Welcome back to Afternoon Express, where it's been an absolute pleasure having Julie Carter, the fishmonger, in the loft today. Now we've reached our favorite part of the show, where we get to sit down and enjoy all the wonderful dishes that we've made on today's show. So let's eat. But before we do so, Julie, do you want to remind us what we made?
So we started off with the hake in the fish cakes. With lovely chips. We then did the whole fish, which is the carpenter or silverfish, with that lovely pesto and the rub. The wraps with the angelfish, the battered wraps with the angelfish and the coleslaw, and then the delicious dessert.
Dumi, you're already starting with the dessert, but I'm on my side going to start handing over these delicious wraps.
I learned the hard way to start with dessert, Balisa, because next thing you know, you don't have anything, it's all gone.
Thank you.
Awesome. Do you mind passing that down to Dumi?
There you go.
Dumi, these masterclasses for me have always been just about learning, being able to spread your skills in the kitchen and being able to allow others to learn along with you. Now, Chef Julie has definitely given us so many tips and tricks and things to remember when we're dealing with fish. But for you, what would you say a highlight has been? What have you learned?
Balisa, just being able to handle fish. I think the one thing we always overlook when working with fish is that most times we get it already portioned for us and so forth, and we overlook things like the freshness of it, the cut of fish that you've received, the type of fish and how to use it. So just getting all the different fish that we were able to use today. Like, for instance, we've got the carpenter, which I think I've never actually tasted before, so I'm looking forward to trying that for sure, with this beautiful pesto that we made, as well as the hake that we made. Obviously, hake is easily available, but just knowing that you could do so much with it, you know? So for me, that's it, just being able to try all of these beautiful flavors we're going to be eating today.
Now, I was trying not to get a full mouthful of this wrap because it's delicious. I love what we did with that fried fish. It is still succulent and moist on the inside, but that crispiness on the outside is beautiful. I also see that you put more of that coleslaw inside. Cheers to that. Which brings us to our social media question, Julie. We want to find out from South Africa, where is the best place to find some fish? We asked them to use that hashtag in all of their comments, but what's your opinion? What would you say is the location when it comes to fish?
Well, I mean, I have to say Cape Town, because I know Cape Town and I know the fish and I know the ocean, and we have such lovely traditional snook recipes. We've got the pickled fish recipe, you know, so there's so much heritage and deliciousness in Cape Town. But I'm sure everywhere will have the same thoughts.
Those fish cakes, the potatoes add like beautiful moistness into there, and then the pesto on the carpenter is absolutely divine.
I love it. I'm going to be diving into that, but before we do, we are still in Women's Month and we are celebrating all things women here in Umzansi, which makes me ask you a very important question right now in South Africa. When it comes to transformation that you see happening within your industry, every day within your life, and having more women being represented in the field, how have you seen that transformation happen? Is there transformation in the field?
Well, you know, I started my business 12 years ago, and I always felt like I was in a man's world. Like, I'd go with my bucky and fetch the fish, and I always felt like I was a little bit of an intruder. And nowadays, I don't know if it's me or if it feels like it's different. It feels like people are more accepting. I feel like I've got my place in the industry, and I can stand up for what I believe in, and that feels good.
Beautiful. I love to see something generationally passed down, like a skill that is fishing and being a fishmonger. From her father to her, I want to encourage everyone to go out and celebrate and support Julie's business. Now, we hope that these recipes have got you hooked, line and sinker. Remember, if you want to find them, just head over to afternoonexpress.co.za. Join us again, though, on Thursday at 5:30 p.m. as we reel in some more tasty fish dishes. Until then, Mzansi, good night, stay safe and happy eating. Goodbye.